So today we're going to have kind of a fun video. We're going to do a catch, clean, cook on a brown recluse. And you're like, what? What are you talking about? You know, all the rage today is insects. Everywhere I'm looking at online, on the news, insects are going to be the new thing that you want to get into. Because meat, that's old school. Only people who want to destroy the planet eat meat. And we all want to save the planet today. So we got to eat insects. We got to eat bugs. And I'm like, well, what kind of bugs can we eat? I mean, I live on a homestead. There's lots of bugs here. But flies, that's old news. Ants, grasshoppers, that's old stuff everyone's all seen and heard before. I want to find just something extraordinary. You know, the pufferfish of the insect world. What can we do? You know, people eat pufferfish, right? You have to find them in like only certain certified Japanese high-end restaurants with a cook who knows how to clean and cook them safely. I figure, what's the pufferfish of the insect world? Well, the brown recluse. The brown recluse is the pufferfish of the insect world. I mean, and listen, I can hear the keyboards right now. Spiders are not insects. I get it. Yes, they're not insects. But see, to a left person out there in bizarro world, they don't know that. They have no concept of education anymore because they've spent all of their life in public school systems where they've learned how to put condoms on a banana. So they have no idea about the insect world and what is or what is not an insect. So let's just go ahead and go with this. Stick with me here for a minute. How do you catch, clean, and cook a brown recluse? That's what we're going to learn today on An American Homestead. So, listen, I have seen all kinds of great insects out here. There's bugs everywhere. And for the most part, we're going to talk about, listen, I've seen brown recluses. I have seen, when I lived in the city, there were spiders and you get bugs in. Every winter, the bugs come in the house because they're looking for warmer places to survive. But here, I mean, one of the best ways to control the insect population is to have chickens, and the chickens just basically free range around the house, and they're like little policemen that walk around. Anything that moves gets gobbled up. Even mice. They will eat mice. I have seen brown recluses, black widows. I have seen scorpions, and of course snakes, and a lot of the chickens, depending on how big the snake is, the chickens will eat the snakes as well and just tear them to shreds, which is a great deterrent if you don't like snakes. But I have these things over here. There's these little sticky traps you can put out and just see what comes out at night. Now, in my house, I do a really good job of trying to keep the insect population down. The first one being like the chickens. The chickens are, when they free range, they're out there, they're eating everything, and they get around the house and they dig and they scratch, and it helps really keep the insect population around the house down. However, there are still insects that get inside the house, not to mention house flies, because I live on a farm. And if you live on a farm, you live on a homestead where, animals poop, you're going to get flies. But beside the flies, you're going to get other creepy crawlies that come in. And one of the best things you can use is diatomaceous earth. And the best way you apply the diatomaceous earth, and again, you're like, Zach, when are we going to get to the brown recluse, catch, clean, and cook? That's what I'm really here for. Patience. The way you control insects with diatomaceous earth is, and it's a powder, it's a diatom, and it's basically, it's like a razor blade in the microscopic world, and it will kill insects. You use one of those booger suckers. Remember those booger suckers that you had when you were kids? You used for infants? You suck it up with a booger sucker, those blue booger suckers, and then you puff it out into different places, and it puts it out in a really dispersed powder, form, and there's no way an insect can avoid that, and it kills it. And it's perfectly safe for you, okay? But you want to get the food grade stuff. You don't want to be breathing in the silica, non-food grade stuff. Anyway, let's get back to the catch, clean, and cook. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this sticky trap, and we're going to put it out in one of my storage areas because I don't really have a lot of insects in here, per se, in the house. But in my storage area, all kinds of things are moving around at night. So let's go find out what we can catch. It's kind of a cloudy day. There's actually a few flurries coming down today, but we're going to have some warm days coming up. I saw on the weather report, so it's going to be a good time. This is one of our storage areas we have on the homestead. And it's a pretty dark place. If anything's going to be moving around insect-wise, it'll be in here for sure. There's other places we can put it, but I think this might be a good spot. So we'll put our sticky trap inside our storage area here. All right, I got some better lighting in here. I'm going to take this and just put this down right there. And it's going to be kind of a dark spot. And I'm betting we're going to catch some brown recluses. Now, brown recluses, they love dark places. They like places with not a lot of activity, not a lot of movement. They want calm, dark places. And so You put it right there, and I'm betting you we're going to catch some brown recluses in here. And then after we catch that, I'll show you what all we got. We'll see, maybe in about a week or so. Let's see how the sheepies are doing today. What are they eating? They're not eating insects. They're eating hay. Put a hay bale out the other day, and boy, they're scarfing it down. It rained a little bit last night, so they don't like wet hay. But they will eat it. They'll dig down into the drier parts of it. But they're out there today. It's about 34 degrees, just above freezing. We got a new ram. He's doing fantastic. Where's he at? He's a big boy. Where's he at? Oh, he's on the other side. You can see him. He's like a... You can see the top of him. Right, well, hold on. Where's he at? Right there. That's the new ram. See him? I don't know what his name is. I forgot what Chris said his name was, but there he is right there. And he's been taking the ladies out, you know, whining and dining them. You know, I'm helping him out, you know, by playing soft music out here. But he's doing a pretty good job taking the ladies out on dates. So, all right, let's head back inside. Okay, it was more than a week. I actually left it out there for about a month. I totally forgot he was even out there. So back inside. Are you ready for the big reveal? I definitely caught some brown recluses and some other insects too. Here it is. Nasty. Absolutely nasty. I'm going to give you a close-up so you can see the brown recluses on here. You're looking at that one right there. That is not a brown recluse. It is another big, nasty-looking spider, but definitely not a brown recluse and probably not venomous. But anyway, let's give you a closer look at this with my other camera. Let's see, take a look. There's our first brown recluse. You can see the fiddle on the back right there. See that little fiddle? It's like a shape of a violin or a fiddle right there. That is your indicator right there of a brown recluse. So there's your brown recluse. We've got brown recluse right there. So there's our second brown recluse. See the fiddle on its back? See that? I'm trying to focus it, make sure it stays focused, but it's kind of hard. There's another brown recluse right there. So that's 3. And then there's, you can see the fiddle definitely on its back. And then there's another one right there, a little tinier one, smaller one, brown recluse that got caught. So 4 brown recluses. This guy, I have no idea what that is. Leave a comment below if you might know. It's just an ugly, nasty-looking spider. Yeah, whatever. And then there's some other bugs, some cricket-looking things. We see these things in our well every so often. Definitely, I mean, more meat. If you're looking for meat content, you know, protein, you know, that's probably your best bet right there. We got some big old chicken legs on that one, so you guys will chow down on those. And then some other water bugs and, you know, like roach-looking things or whatever that are probably around. There's some other looking spiders, nasty-looking things, but that's a great way. You get some of these big sticky traps, you can find out what's crawling around your crawl space in the middle of the night and, you know, make whatever arrangements you need to make to eliminate those. Also in your house, if you think you have a bug problem or a spider problem, brown recluse problem in your house, this is a great way to see exactly what you got going on by putting some of these traps down and seeing what's crawling around at night. So there you go. That's our brown recluse catch clean, and I'm not going to cook it. I'm not even going to clean it. I'm just going to throw this away. But I figured let's do something different for a change on the homestead. You know, listen, again, the best way to keep bugs out of your house is to have chickens out there on patrol, free ranging, because they will eat anything that moves. Another benefit to having chickens, not just the eggs and the protein and the meat or whatever. And that stock, I love stock. Chicken stock is fantastic, and you can make great chicken stock with chickens, especially the feet. Also, the diatomaceous earth, getting one of those booger sucker things and puffing that out and putting that out in it puts it out in a real fine powdery mist. And there's no way insects can avoid that. I will admit I do sometimes bug bomb my crawl space area underneath the house. So I'll do that sometimes. And I also put some ant bait out around the house to keep ants down. Sometimes we have ant problems here, and we have termites in the Ozarks as well. So I try to keep that under control. I don't use chemicals inside my house because I don't want those chemicals inside my house. But I will bug bomb the underside crawl space area you know, from time to time, just to make sure things, you know, don't get out of control down there. My cats will get underneath the crawl space and they'll eat mice down there. I have not had a mouse in the house probably in over a year, I don't think, that I've caught on my traps, because I keep my traps out too. And it's because the cats are working hard. You want to have good cats. Everything needs to have a job on the homestead. The cats have a job, and that's to catch the mice. But again, anyway, if you're into insects, there's your great way to catch your own. I mean, listen, you better start. Listen, if the way the economy's going, you're not going to be able to go out and go to the store and get your bugs that you want to eat. If you're giving up meat, the government says you have to eat bugs. You're not going to be able. Might as well learn how to provide for them on your own. There you go. All right, guys. Oh, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Stupid should hurt. If you're eating brown recluses, it's probably going to hurt because you're stupid. Just saying. Shirt is available. Links below. Teespring.com. If you want a Stupid Should Hurt shirt, everyone loves these shirts. It's our #1 bestseller. Links below. Teespring.com. And we'll see you next time in the Homestead. Bye. This is Grandma. Grandma survived the Great Depression. She survived the Great Depression because her supply chain was local and she knew how to do stuff. Grandma was smart. Grandma told us to make do with what you got. She also said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Homesteading is all about self-reliance and declaring ourselves to be independent from the system. We grow our own food, we raise our own animals, and doing these things helps safeguard our families from the unpredictable world that surrounds us. But what about banking? I love being my own power company, but what about being my own bank? Right now, our country is over $30 trillion in debt and rising. The Fed keeps printing money and the Congress won't stop spending money. Staying attached to the modern banking system and their investment vehicles is like putting all of your eggs in one very, very fragile basket. On one side, you have the threat of inflation and your savings value floating away. And the other side is a possible deflationary stock market collapse, just like what happened in the 1930s. Genesis Gold Group is like a basket holding eggs, and these eggs are impossible to break. History shows us that all paper investments have and will return to their intrinsic value eventually. Zero. But gold, silver, and other precious metals have never, ever been worthless. In every collapse throughout history, people have turned back to precious metals to find monetary value. If you have a 401k, an IRA, or a savings account where you're literally watching the purchasing power inflate away, give Genesis Gold Group a call right now. Today, this instant. They can develop a strategy for you and the days ahead. I can tell you how I raise sheep, I can tell you how I raise chickens, or the best way to grow tomatoes, or how to hook up a solar panel. But Genesis Gold Group is your best shot at safeguarding your hard-earned savings and investments during this increasingly turbulent time in history. The link and phone number is in the description below, or visit their website at genesisgoldgroup.com. And be sure to say you heard about them from An American Homestead. Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of An American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the homestead that we make here on the homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. Oh wait.